Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Right, for this week, we don't have any single teacher whose work is used for our meditations this week. It will be a collection of different teachers every day. And the names in today's quotes are names, for the most part, I don't know at all. So I guess I should dive into some of their work and see if there's more there. But let's get into it. Let's see what today holds for us. Sunmurray, good morning. Danae, good morning. Grania, good morning. Hello. Awesome seeing you here. Do you ever feel like there is something more that you should be doing or achieving or experiencing? This feeling of untapped potential is a whisper from your truest self, your limitless nature. Let today's meditation message be a powerful reminder to you. Machona Tliwayo says, life doesn't put a limit on how much you can learn. You do. I love that simplicity so much. It's not life that places a limit on how much you can learn. You do. Hiral Nagda says, limitations are in the mind, not in reality. And Arnold Payton says, we don't create abundance. Abundance is always present. We create limitation, and that's what holds us back. Anami, good morning. Good to see you. It is clear that what limits us is constructed in our own minds. Looking at the humans around us, it seems that some people effortlessly soar above limitations while others feel constantly restricted. What makes this difference? It all starts with understanding the incredible being that you truly are. Hey Anthony, a very good morning to you. Purvin Raniga says, when we start understanding our inner being, we become untouched by many external factors. This process changes our thought process and makes us limitless. So this is what he says makes us limitless, is understanding, getting in touch with and understanding our inner being. Jagadish Kumar says, there is a limit for everything, but being patient is what takes you beyond the limit. And even when we come up against limitations, with time, with patience, we can understand how to get beyond those limitations. Your soul exists beyond the limitations of your body. Your soul doesn't have a starting date and won't have an expiry date. This part of you is beyond even the limitations of time, and with patience, you will come to a better understanding of the being that you are. Know this, you are truly limitless, which doesn't mean that we all need to go out and change the world, but you could. And you could equally find endless beauty in one moment with a flower. And neither is more important than the other. There is a limitless spectrum of experience available to your human existence, and it's all valid. The CEO and also the homemaker, the artist and also the scientist. Step a little closer to your soul, Lord. That is where the magic is. That is how we find what our expressions should and could be. Step a little closer to your soul. Have fun experimenting and be patient. You will find guidance when you pay attention to how your heart responds. So if you're ready, our meditation today is called You Are Limitless. I am going to start this meditation by asking you to join me in an imaginary garden to pick a flower. I am fortunate to have in my garden lots of hibiscus, which is one of my favorite flowers. And the most awesome thing about them is that they bloom year-round, which always blows my mind. So I can walk into the garden and look at these beautiful flowers any day of the year. If you're ready, let's go there. You can close your eyes and we'll float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern in your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine. Lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, then let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. While you continue your full body breathing, rising with every inhale and falling with every exhale, let's take a stroll through that garden. It could be the garden right out your front door. It could be some garden you visited in the past, and you still remember how beautiful it was. Or it could be something completely imaginary. Take a stroll through this garden and find in this garden your favorite flower. Pick it, and for the moment, stick it in your hair or behind your ear, while you take a seat in this garden as we continue our breathing. In this garden, if you were to drop your hands to the ground next to you, what would you feel under your palms? What would you feel between your fingers? In this beautiful garden you are sitting in, what does the breeze carry to you? What do you hear? And what do you smell in this garden? And in this beautiful garden that you are sitting, what does the breeze feel like on your skin? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch and adjust and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. And as you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. And as you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. And as you release, focus on your spine. Let's see if you can tilt your head towards the left and tilt your hips towards the right, curving your spine into an S from your head down to your tailbone. And then see if you can change direction, tilting your head to the right and your hips to the left. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as much as we are able to do right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it the longest, slowest exhale that you can. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel softness slip in and settle in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, I want to remind you of the flower we picked at the start of this meditation. Now is the time to reach for that flower, hold it by its green stem as you take your next big breath. Right now you have the green stem of this flower between your fingers. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, use your mind, use your imagination to study this green stem. Some flowers have a pretty dense, hard, almost woody stem. Some have a hollow, almost fuzzy green stem. What does the stem look like of this flower you are holding? Take your next big breath. Follow this green stem up to the base of the flower. You'll notice how the green stem morphs into this little bowl of green petals before the flower actually starts. There's a little bowl of green petals that almost look like the green fingers of two cupped hands, holding the base of the flower together. It's very easy to look at this, see how this is put together, and go, what perfection. Take a look at this flower that you have picked, and take your next big breath. from this little green bowl emerges the colorful petals of your flower. Study the underside of these petals. Pay attention to whether it's just one uniform color or whether there are changes in the shading of this color. Take your next big breath. Turn the flower over, and from the top look at the outer edges of the petals. Some flowers have a very smooth slope to the outer edges of their petals. And some other flowers have petals with an outer edge that is much more irregular. What does this flower look like that you're holding? Take your next big breath. Taking a good look at the face of your flower, the front part of the petals. Look at how they emerge from the base of the flower, from the middle part. Some flowers have a perfect geometric shape that the petals are arranged in. Some perfectly symmetrical and others not. Notice the perfection in the arrangement of the petals on this flower that you've picked. Take your next big breath. And then we'll take a closer look right at the center of this flower you picked. See how the reproductive parts of this flower come together. Some flowers have a very spongy yellow or green center. Other flowers are more trumpet-shaped, with the center of the flower descending deep into its depths. What does this flower look like that you are holding? Study how perfectly this all comes together. Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and settles in every fiber of your being. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back, or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you from this morning's message again on the topic of being limitless. Machona Tlewayo says, life doesn't put a limit on how much you can learn. You do. You are the one limiting yourself. Hiral Nagda says, limitations are in the mind, not in reality. And Arnold Payton says, we don't create abundance. Abundance is always present. What we create is limitation. We get in our own way. It is easy to read quotes like these and feel that somehow our lives should be more. somehow we are lacking and our lives should be bigger. That is not the point of this message. But it is still true that it's our minds and the stories we tell ourselves that create our limitations. The correlation that I always use this meditation for is that we so easily pick up a flower and admire its perfection, while we find it so difficult to do that for ourselves. When we look at ourselves, it's so easy to see only the flaws, while in comparison, for this flower, this one expression is the only thing it has. One expression. And you, beautiful human, have already expressed yourself in ways that we could probably not count. You already are limitless. It's not something you need to strive for. Another message I like to take from the flower is, what if this flower you picked, what if it was hidden away in a garden somewhere that no one ever saw it? No one ever stumbled upon it to rave about its beauty and its perfection. It came and went, and no one ever knew. Would that flower not still have beautifully completed its purpose? When we think of being limitless, what comes to our mind often are larger than life figures. People who have made a huge impact in the world. Gandhi, Mandela, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk. But right where you are, doing not much else than what you're already doing, is a limitless amount of ways that you could experience your life right where you are, that you might not have explored yet. The other quotes spoke about this part. Purvita Niga says, when we start understanding our inner being, we become untouched by many external factors. This process changes our thought process and makes us limitless. Being in touch with the expression of your soul. There is a limitless spectrum of experience available to your human existence. And all of it is valid. Whether it's the hidden flower in the field that no one ever saw, or the CEO and also the homemaker, or the artist and also the scientist. Step a little closer to your soul, though. This is the process. Step a little closer to your soul and hear its whispers. Have fun experimenting and be patient. You'll find guidance when you pay attention to how your heart responds. As a last thought, there's a quote that says, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes your heart come alive. And simply do more of that. Because what the world needs is more people who come alive." What makes your heart come alive? And are you doing more of that? We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for the message from this beautiful flower. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for understanding that being limitless is not something we have to reach for, something to pursue. We are limitless. It's part of our nature. We already are. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the message that perhaps I don't have to figure out so hard what it is I should be doing. Just paying attention to how my heart responds to what I'm doing. Take a deep breath in. And then a different way of putting it. Your soul is here to express something. Are you listening to the expression of your soul? One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being a part of our journey today. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Grania. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Danae. Thank you, Sunray. Thank you, Anami. Wishing you a beautiful day. I want to repeat this again. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes your heart come alive. And do more of that. Because what the world needs is more people who have come alive. Have a beautiful day. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.